Hey guys, Chemo here. I am doing a first impressions video with voice for the first time in a little while. I'm tripping over my words a little bit. I just spent 25 minutes recording a video for this game, only to realize that the resolution on my recording software was set incorrectly, because I'm playing on a display that I am not used to using, that is ultra wide. So it's kind of messed up, and there was only like a quarter of the image showing up. So I am recording another video. This one is going to be a lot shorter. I just want to touch on the main points. I'm just going to dive right into the game and kind of talk around it. Gunkid is like an arcade kind of score attack game. The developer says it's inspired by Super Crate Box, but I can't say that I've played that before, though I imagine many of you will have heard of that. I initially found out about this game on the r/indiegaming subreddit, which is a great one to follow if you are a fan of indie games. But I've been following it for a little while, and only today realized that it was available on itch, and the itch purchase gets you a Steam key once it's out on Steam. It seems like it will be out on Steam soon, but for now itch is the only way to get a copy of it. It's on there for $5.09. It's currentently 15% off. I think that ends tomorrow, at which point it goes back up to $5.99. But either way, it's a very good price for what I've been playing so far. It is pretty simple. Oh, my cat just jumped on the desk. It is pretty simple, but it's good fun, and for the price, I feel like it's a good amount of content so far. What I am currently doing is replaying the first mission, and when you replay a mission, the aim is to just get the highest score that you possibly can. When you're playing a mission for the first time, you have a set score that you need to get to, and the mission finishes once you get that score. And as you may have noticed, you get points for picking up weapons rather than killing enemies, which is pretty cool. And there are two ways to fail: either losing all 3 of your HP, which I believe can be upgraded, or, as you see that countdown, if you don't pick a weapon up in time, then you also fail. There are 5 different worlds. I'm currently on the first one. I'm still pretty early on in the game, and each world has a bunch of different levels. I'm not sure of the exact number, and so far from what I've played, each new level introduces like a new concept. So like the second level introduces a new enemy type, and then the third level introduces traps. And I know that the different worlds all have different enemies. And then, so the loadout, I believe, is for when you are replaying a mission. Because this didn't seem to apply when I was playing missions for the first time. And then the coins that you get can be spent here in the item shop. That looks like a cool thing. Hammer, thrown arc. Starts off weak but grows in damage. I think I'm gonna wait for this. But yeah, let's jump in and do this one. I have actually found it quite challenging so far. If my original video had worked, you would have seen me fail several times. So it's probably for the best that that video didn't work out. Also, I will just apologize for the fact that I'm currently sick. So I am sniffling a lot and probably sound a little weird. I'm very sorry. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best idea to do the first voice video in a while I'm sick, but I just kind of had an itch to do it. I've had microphone here sitting on the desk for a little while, just waiting for me to get interested. But yeah, this is kind of a first impressions. Really, I was just recording it because one of my friends on Steam has an interest in this game, and I figured the best way to show them what the game's like would be to just record a video. But hopefully some other people will enjoy this. And I think I'm gonna try and start doing more videos to complement my reviews. I will hopefully be having a full review for this game available at some point, once it's out on Steam. But the videos are fun, and I think they're a good, what's this, bounce gun? That sounds like fun. New items, super bounce. Okay, let's go ahead and buy this. But yeah, I do want to start recording videos more often to complement my written reviews. Okay, so this one looks like it's a little bit more open. Oh, that's cool. I like that. So one of the things that first got me interested in this game is its resemblance to a game called Cavern Kings. So like I said, it is inspired by Super Crate Box. But Cavern Kings was like this roguelike that had arena-style levels where you'd basically just get a bunch of enemies and loot and items and stuff thrown at you. It had some really cool synergies. Unfortunately, it got abandoned, which was one of my biggest disappointments on Steam, because I loved that game and it was kind of my first roguelike. I actually won it in that auction they did, the winter sale where they introduced gems. I probably wouldn't have known about it otherwise, but yeah, that was great fun. And because this game reminded me of it, I wanted to give it a shot, and I'm glad that I did. I'm having fun with it so far. Definitely seems worth the $5. It seems to be a solo developer, which is always nice to see. It's a simple game, but it's well executed, and it's always nice to see solo developers being successful. I'm hoping that it's doing reasonably well on itch and gets kind of a little bit of attention once it hits Steam. I believe it's gonna have Steam leaderboards. At least I hope it will, because this is kind of the perfect game to have that sort of passive competitiveness. There's definitely some longevity here for people who enjoy score attack games. I'm also hoping that maybe at some point we could see like user created levels, because that would be another great way to add longevity. I don't know how complicated it is to add workshop support. Maybe it'd be easier to kind of have something in-game. Let me look at achievements real quick. Okay, so these give you coins. I'm hoping that... I'm hoping that when it comes out, it'll have Steam achievements, because that is always just a fun way to kind of increase the... Oh, weird. So right mouse button is reload. Okay. Achievements are always a fun way to make a game more interesting. I'm certainly not the kind of person who goes for 100% of achievements, but I recently have been getting like a little bit more into trying to unlock them, especially for roguelikes, which I play a lot of. I recently picked up a couple, Dig Dog and Hake, both of which I'm enjoying. I think I may actually try and do a video on Hake soon, so keep an eye out for that, I guess. For those of you who don't know me super well, I do typically kind of lean towards roguelikes and strategy games more, but I do also play like a lot of general indie games as well as some AAA titles. So it's kind of a broad mix, and I like to have some good variety. I enjoy writing about all of them. Okay, so now I'm finally failing. And also, for those of you who don't know me super well, I do write reviews on Steam. I will, at the end of this video, link the Steam store page, the itch page, and then my curator page, which is where you will find links to some of my more recent reviews. But if you look at my profile, I believe I'm up to about 180 reviews at this point. So there's plenty there. I've been writing reviews for a few years at this point, and I really just do it for fun. I don't really like any other kind of writing, but for whatever reason, game reviews are just something that I really enjoy. And as I mentioned, I will try to have a review for this available once it comes out on Steam. And for those of you who are maybe interested in this game, and you have questions, I of course am happy to answer, either in like the YouTube comments, or if you want to send me a message on Steam or whatever. But also, it does look like the developer is fairly active on the Steam forums. Every forum post there has a reply from him, which is always super cool to see. And there is also a Discord for the game. I don't really use Discord. I did join it, but I'm probably not going to interact much with it. But for those of you who do like Discord, which seems to be an ever-increasing number of people, that is an option. Okay, so that... oh, shoot. That explosive item I picked up is really helping. I'm going to give this, I think, one more shot before I call it quits. And if anyone who has played Super Crate Box wants to give me an idea for how similar this is, I would be interested to know. I guess I probably will look up that game myself, but I don't know if I'll have a chance to play it. Gosh, I'm having a really hard time, because I only just spent 25 minutes playing and talking about this game. I don't remember what I talked about in that video and what I talked about in this video. And I keep worrying that I'm repeating myself. So I apologize for that. Hopefully that resolution issue is going to be a one-off thing, so in any future videos I shouldn't have this problem. But yeah, I do apologize if there's any repetition. I know that can be kind of irritating. One thing that would be cool to see is like some more like random items. If we had like item boxes or just kind of mystery items pop up that kind of spice things up a little bit. Like a, I don't know, like a grenade or a shield, or you can have other things like decoys, stuff like that. And I just realized also it kind of reminds me of Duck Game a little bit, obviously without the multiplayer element and stuff, but kind of the level layout and even the sound effects. That little jumping sound effect really reminds me of Duck Game. Duck Game's great if you're looking for an awesome multiplayer experience. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to leave the video. I hope that you've enjoyed it or found it helpful. As I mentioned, I don't know when it's coming out on Steam. Hopefully it'll be soon. There was an update posted by the developer today that kind of made it sound like it's getting ready to come out. But it is available on itch for $5, and buying it there gives you a Steam key. I will post links for the itch store page, the Steam store page, and my curator page in the description. And again, if you have any questions about the game, please let me know. And it looks like this first world is 7 levels, so that's cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you found it helpful. Have a good one.